So let's start from the very beginning. For people that are watching that perhaps come from the pure degeneracy part of crypto Twitter and are not familiar with your background, can you give us the TLDR, the tiny version of like how you ended up wasting your time with us fools on this makeshift podcast thing?
So I worked in finance for a long time in London, ended up starting and running the hedge fund sales business at Goldman Sachs in equities and equity derivatives in the kind of golden age of the hedge funds in the late 90s. Then I went across to my biggest customer, which was a firm called GLG Partners in London, a giant hedge fund firm, started and ran their global macro hedge fund, and then decided I'd had enough of this and moved to Spain, the Mediterranean coast of Spain, where I started writing Global Macro Investor. Everyone sees that as GMI and think it's going to make it, but it's not to do with that. It's Global Macro Investor. So I started writing macroeconomic and investment research. I was there over the financial crisis, 2008, and then the European crisis when we almost lost all the European banks and maybe the EU itself. And I'd been kind of following the debt supercycle for a best part of a decade. And I realized that we might not survive the next time we got to a recession. So I started working on, arrogantly, thinking I could figure out how to create the world's safest bank, because I thought that was the solution we needed. So this was kind of 2012. And then a mate of mine said, actually, you need to look at Bitcoin. So that's a guy called Emil Woods, who's one of the OGs in this space. And Emil kind of got me across the line on that. I started investing in it in 2012, 2013. First time I bought it, went up 100% in a month. I'm like, holy shit. I closed it, took profits, and thought I need to figure out what's going on here. But then I got in again, and I was basically in till 2017, got out too early because the fork wars, I just thought, I don't understand what's going on. And so I got out, I don't know, 2,500, something like that, having got in at 200. So it was a good trade, but it obviously went on another 10x from there, which everyone loves rubbing my face in that. And then in that same part of the journey, back in 2014, 15, myself, Remy Tito, who's the guy we were bantering with on Twitter about football, Grant Williams and Damien Horner decided to start Real Vision because we thought time was right, that people needed to understand how to take control of their own lives and their own finances and not trust some random person just because he's an RIA or something else to manage your money for you. So we started Real Vision. And our idea was we could democratize the very best financial intelligence by just bringing people access to the kind of guests they'd never, ever get to meet and sit down with them for an hour and talk in depth. And that proved to be a huge hit. This didn't exist before. Since then, there's been like 50 podcasts, 100 podcasts, all kind of copied what we did.
Shout out.
But as we've kind of built on that, it's been a hell of a journey. So crypto's been all part of that. And so for me, I had been following this whole journey of crypto since 2012, 2013. I knew that next time we hit a recession, crypto and macro were going to merge because the solution and the problems were all about to hit the road at the same point. And when that happened in March, I've been already kind of ramping up my my knowledge curve into crypto again. Just before that, trying to figure out, okay, when did I want to get in again? The event happened. It was like, okay, this is the once in a lifetime opportunity. And that was that.
Up only.